Today, I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy for Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 has 38 trophies, and it is a 5 out of 10 difficulty with a minimum of 3 playthroughs we have to do. And it's also going to take us 25 hours to obtain the Platinum Trophy. And later on in the video, you guys are going to see me complete these 3 trophies in the same playthrough, where we have to complete the game within 4 hours, we have to complete the game without opening the item box more than 3 times, and we have to complete the game using only 3 first aid meds or less. And we're going to do that all in the last playthrough, so make sure you guys stick around till the end. The game starts off with a video call from our lovely wife who says she is gone for a babysitting trip, but we all know that's code word for she's getting a train ran on her while we're home. And then it switches over to another video of her talking to us, but she seems very distressed in this video. So our main protagonist, Ethan, decides to go to Louisiana to try to find Mia, and that's when we unlock our first trophy. My god, I remember thinking this game looked good. What the heck? Oh, we got a trophy. She's alive. Travel to Louisiana. Nice. We get out of our car and we start exploring the area and try to find a way inside the house. After trying the main gate, we knew it wasn't going to be this easy, so we have to take the long way around. And as we are trying to find our way in, we see a guy walking, which wasn't that scary until I walked over where he was and he completely disappeared. Oh hell no, where did he go, bro? What? We find our way to the front of the house and we find a purse on the ground, and it looks like it belonged to Mia, and we are right. We get this next trophy for closely examining an item. Aha! Obtained something by closely examining an item. We continue on into the house, and wow, this place is fucking disgusting. We find the tape upstairs and we go ahead and play the tape, and we get put into the point of view of the people in the tape. And while we play this playthrough, we have to go ahead and collect every collectible so we don't have to do it in a separate playthrough. And for some of the collectibles, we need to have a lockpick, and so that's when we pick up a lockpick and unlock something in the house to get another trophy. Oh, we got Master of Unlocking. While we are watching the tapes, we are watching the point of view of ghost hunters who are looking for a set to shoot their next show, but things don't really go that well for them. We find out that there's a secret basement that we can open up from the chimney, and when we head down there, we find out what happened to the ghost hunting crew. Oh, what the fuck? God damn it. Right after that, we find out that our beloved wife Mia was trapped in the basement all this time, and while she was there, she has already been calling somebody else daddy. After we break Mia out, we try to find that way out, and then she starts acting really weird, saying that we're gonna start a family.
What's going on with you? What are you talking about?
After Mia disappears, we go upstairs to look for her, and we hear a noise come from the basement, and to our surprise, it's Mia. But she isn't feeling too good. After Mia stabs us through our hand with a knife, pins our hand with a screwdriver, and chainsaws my hand off, I think I'm finally ready to file for divorce. But after we fight her off in the attic, we finally meet who she's been calling daddy this entire time. Oh, so that's who she's been calling daddy. Welcome to the family, son. We wake up and we're eating dinner with the Baker family, and right after the dinner we try to escape and we run into Jack Baker, and so I decided to turn my ass around and go back to the kitchen, and I head into another room where I close the door behind me and get another trophy. Got a trophy. Close the door. Close an open door by yourself. Let's go. After getting chased by Jack, we find a key that leads to an underground tunnel to the laundry room, which is just a safe room. We run into a deputy who tells us to go to the garage and hands us a pocket knife, but instead of doing that, we run to a collectible we need to get, and we get a trophy for just destroying one of the collectibles. Oh, there we go. He's here, there, everywhere. Destroy Mr. Everywhere statuette. Let's go. After we meet the officer in the garage, we get into a boss fight with Jack, and we soon find out that you literally cannot do any damage to Jack. After the boss fight, we find our way out to the main floor where we need to find dog heads to let us out of the house. And that's when we go to the basement to encounter these creatures called the Molded. And that's when we get a trophy for finishing off a monster with a knife. As we are going to go find a key that leads to a separate room that has a dog head that we need, we run into Jack once again, and that's when we get into our second boss fight with him and we unlock another trophy. We take care of Jack for now, and now we move on to leaving the house, and that's when we find a tape named Mia, and when we play the tape we get put into the point of view of Mia, and she's trying to escape from Marguerite. Marguerite is the mom in this situation, and for this trophy we unlocked it because we finished the tape without being spotted. There we go, we got Can't Catch Me. And then this next trophy we unlocked by getting all 3 dog heads and escaping to the yard. We start going on to the next stage of the game where we start taking on Marguerite and her very annoying bugs. We get told by Zoe, who is the baker's daughter, that we need to go find a serum so we can cure her and Mia. And the only way we can get that serum is through Margarita. And we can get this next trophy while clearing off some bugs. This next trophy was meant to actually be challenging, but I found an easier way of doing it. For this trophy, we had to take out 2 enemies with only 1 bullet, and I didn't know this trophy was even a thing. So I was surprised when I got it, not only because I didn't know the trophy existed, but because the way I got the trophy. And the way I got the trophy was because I took out 2 bugs at the same time, which aren't even classified as real enemies in this game. Oh, what? Less is more. Take down 2 or more enemies with the same shot. Oh wow, I did not know I was gonna get that. We continue on looking for a way to get inside of a room, and as we are exploring outside looking for the Raven key, we find a backpack. When we pick up the backpack, it will increase how many items we can hold, and we unlock a trophy just for doing that. Oh nice, we got in the bag. After finding the key, we head to the Raven door, and we get jump scared by Marguerite. And then after shooting her a few times, she falls into the pit where we were in. And then we find a part of the serum we need, but now we need another part of the serum, which is behind the door, and the only way to open that door is to get Marguerite's lantern. And when we go back to get it, I see something I wish I did not see. Oh hell no, bro, what is that? So we go ahead and fight Marguerite, which literally consumed every bit of my ammunition, and once we finish that boss fight, we get this trophy. After Lucas escapes, we get back the serum, and now we go ahead to try to find Mia and Zoe, and we find them hand-tied. And once we release them, Zoe makes 2 antidotes, one for Zoe and one for Mia. But then we encounter Jack once again, but this time he looks like he really wants to kill me. And so we get into the last boss fight with Jack, and this was definitely the hardest one, and the way we end it is by using one of the serums on him, which, by the way, Zoe told us to do. Now we are matched up with 2 decisions and only have 1 serum, and I obviously went and cured my wife, because why would I cure some random girl I just met? Like what? I don't care that she helped me through everything. I'm curing my wife that I came here for. Once we escape with Mia, we get taken out by a giant molded, and that's when we wake up as Mia outside of a ship and unlock our next trophy. We wake up as Mia and we go ahead to try to explore the ship, and we find Ethan after he was taken away by the molded. After that, we continue onto the ship and we get hallucinations of Eve, who's been the one causing all of this. We didn't find the tape and watch it, and that's when we unlock our next trophy for watching all the tapes in the game. Be kind, please rewind. There we go. Watch all the videotapes in a single playthrough. Earlier on, I mentioned that while playing through this first playthrough, we're going to have to collect all the collectibles in the game. There are a total of 3 types of collectibles. The first one we fully finished were the antique coins, which are coins that we can use to unlock weapons or certain boosts in the game. And we had to collect all 18 of them, and then we unlock a trophy for that. Oh nice, we got all the antique coins, let's go. After probably one of the most boring segments of the game, we finally find Ethan and he is trapped under the molded. We then set him free, but it looks like Mia sacrifices herself to save us. And so the only way we can free everyone is by killing Evelyn, who we eventually figure out that it was the grandma stalking us in the wheelchair all the way throughout the entire game. I knew we should have pushed her down the flight of stairs, but we get this next trophy for leaving the ship. Our next collectible, we need to obtain all 32 files in the game. A file is basically just a readable collectible that doesn't really serve much of a purpose other to tell lore and give the player more insight of the story. And we unlock this trophy for collecting all 32 in this playthrough. The devil is in the details, there we go. Our last collectible for this playthrough is the Mr. Everywhere statuettes. These are just little bobbleheads that are scattered throughout the playthrough in sneaky little spots. I'm pretty sure if you get all 20 of them, you will unlock a special weapon in the next playthrough you play. Now, we aren't done with the collectibles yet. We still have to get 33 antique coins in the Madhouse difficulty playthrough, but that will come later in the video. We are near the end of the game and we start getting hallucinations of what happened near the beginning of the game. And we learned that Mia was at first attacking us, she wasn't in control, and that Evelyn was controlling her and making her do that. These next 3 trophies will be unlocked for beating the game on easy and normal, and then 1 for picking ending 1. So now we are finished with the first playthrough. Now we have to complete a speedrun playthrough while not opening the item box more than 3 times, and we also cannot heal more than 3 times. Which, if you haven't played a Resident Evil game before, you might think that on paper that looks almost impossible, but it was very easy and I completed it on my first attempt. The best way to avoid using the item box is by not picking up any unnecessary items, and since we really can't heal all that much, I avoid picking up herbs or chem fluids just to make it easier to not heal. And after around 2 hours and 45 minutes, we got all these trophies while we were doing this speedrun. So we just finished the speedrun, and the last thing we have to do is complete the Madhouse run. But before we get to that, we're going to clean up some miscellaneous trophies. Earlier on in the speedrun playthrough, I went ahead and made multiple save files so that I can come back later. For this trophy, we went ahead and crafted every item in the game, and that's how we unlocked this trophy. So we just got to go ahead and craft the, first aid med, handgun ammo, solid or burner fuel, and then psychostimulants. And then we're gonna go back in the chest, and now we gotta go get the other things. Okay, now we need the strong chem fluid. And now we craft everything with this. And we got a trophy. First place at the science fair. Let's go. Pretty easy. After crafting one of the psychostimulants, I decided to use it because for another trophy you have to use a psychostimulant, and that's how we got it. We just got the trophy for first place in the science fair, and now I'm gonna go ahead and use a psychostimulant in the game. And once we use this, we should be able to get a trophy for that. Use psychostimulants. Let's go. Now that we are done, we are onto the Madhouse run of the game, and honestly, nothing could have prepared me for how hard this actually was. I'm going to explain what happened later on when I actually get the trophy, but for now, we unlocked this trophy for completing the happy birthday tape within 5 minutes. If you don't know what the happy birthday tape is, it's a tape that was left by Lucas for us to watch, and it's a video of Clancy, who is one of the cameramen in the beginning of the game in an escape room, and the whole point of the escape room is he has to light a candle on the cake, but turns out when he does that, it explodes and it sets him on fire. After watching that tape, it helps Ethan whenever we go to the escape room. But for this trophy, we just had to complete that tape within 5 minutes. But yeah, out before dessert, let's go. Earlier in the video, I said we picked up all the collectibles for now, and the reason why I said that was because when we play the Madhouse difficulty, we also have to collect 33 antique coins, while in the normal and easy difficulty, there's only 18, and we unlocked the last antique coin near the very end of the game. That's the last antique coin. We got Mad Pelicans. Let's go. We are on the final trophies for Madhouse difficulty, and man oh man, this was surprisingly really hard. There were 2 sections of the game where I really struggled. The first one was when we had to fight Jack in the dissection room, and that was honestly a fight I had to play perfect in, and the worst part was every time I died I would have to spawn all the way back in the save room and have to do all the steps over again. The other time was the final Jack fight where we have to fight a giant mutated ugly thing, and every time I died it was a little more better because I would just have to play the cutscene again. But I definitely died the most amount of times because that boss fight was really hard. But after that last boss fight, everything was smooth sailing and everything else was easier, and we unlocked these trophies after we finished the game on Madhouse and chose the second ending. Oh, there we go. We got Who's Your Daddy Now? Complete the game on Madhouse. Then we got Just a Memory now. We got the second ending. As we're doing some other miscellaneous trophies, I actually got another trophy for putting an unrelated object on a shadow plinth. Oh, there we go. We got a nice try. Put an unrelated object on a shadow plinth. We are on the second to last trophy before the platinum, and this is by far the most buggy and annoying one in the game. Later on when we are on the ship, we unlock remote bombs, and one of the trophies requires us to attach a remote bomb to the enemy while they grapple with us. It's an easy trophy, but it's not easy to get an enemy to grapple at you, and that's why this trophy took a little longer. But what I did was I would crouch and then actually would trigger the grabbing animation, and then once it's triggered, I would stand up and get grappled. And right after that, I would stick the bomb right in their fat mouth. Thank you! Oh my god. I finally figured it out. I'm about to die. There we go. We got That's a Spicy Meatball. Let's go, dude. That trophy was so hard to figure out. We are on the last trophy before the platinum, and all we have to go and do is go back to the old house and shoot Marguerite until she backs off. And that's when we unlock Resident Evil 7's platinum trophy. Oh, there we go. We got Back Off Mrs. B. Fight off Marguerite while she wanders the old house to make her run away. And now we're about to get a platinum. Bile splattered. Unlock all the trophies. Let's go, baby. If you guys like the video, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. If there's a game you want me to platinum, leave it in the comments below. I hope you all have a great day.